Hey, so guess what? The title of my talk today is your fault. So listen, you have to take full responsibility for your life. I'm sorry, I'm actually posting from my wife's classroom, so that's why you see all this stuff, craziness. Why am I in my wife's classroom? Well, I had the printer that we have for our house is in her craft room, so I had to print something on my laptop onto the printer. But then I said, wait a minute, I'm in a comfortable chair. Let me post a video. So take full responsibility for your life. It's your fault. Take full responsibility. It's your fault. The problem with when you live a life where you say something's somebody else's fault is that you're giving that power to someone else. What are you saying? So you're saying you can't control your finances because someone else. You can't control your emotions or your addictions or your fitness because of something else. Whether you want to blame it on the government, blame it on your boss, blame it on your spouse, blame it on your friends, blame it on your siblings. That you're living in a life of um, not a life of empowerment. Now, if you don't have a life of empowerment and you're saying the power lies with other people, then how do you expect to change? Because you can't change what other people are going to do. Your boss is going to be the way he is. The government is going to do what they need to do. So you need to live a life of empowerment. Let me give you some real world examples of what I mean by that. For instance, a lot of people say, well, I can't lose the weight because, I'm too busy, my hours, I can't get access to crap food and I don't have time. So what you're doing is, with that excuse, you're actually putting the power on your company. You're putting the power on, some nebulous thing called time. When you say, I don't have the time. Well, you're putting it again back on your boss because you're saying your boss gave me too many hours, you don't have enough time. But when you live a life saying it's my fault, it's my responsibility, it's my fault, it's my responsibility, it's my fault, it's my responsibility. I hate to use the word fault because I don't want it to have a negative connotation. I just want to give you an idea of saying, okay, I'm going to take full responsibility for my life. So here's how you think about when you have full responsibility for your life. You look at your life and say, okay, I don't have the time. I'm always working. I can't get access to good food, but it's my responsibility to make sure I get good food. No one else is going to make sure I'm healthy. No one else is going to help me get my six pack if that's your goal. No one else is going to help me lose 50 pounds or 20 pounds or 30 pounds or 100 pounds because that may be my goal, whichever one of those things. So no matter what's going on with your job, you have to figure out a way. So if you know that I do not have enough time to eat healthy because I'm busy at work, then it's up to you to make that responsibility of, okay, I'm going to bring chicken wraps. I'm going to bring chicken wraps to work. I'm going to bring a salad to work. If we stop at McDonald's, it may not be the healthiest thing. I'm going to purchase the salad. Or I'm not going to stop at McDonald's. There's a Panera right next to that. So it's your responsibility to find somewhere. I don't have time to work out. Look at the hours you have in a day. Okay, do you have 30 minutes a day? If you have 30 minutes a day to work out, do a 30-minute workout. Can you work out? Maybe you work 16 and 24-hour shifts. Okay. Can you find 5 times a week where you can kill a workout? 4 to 5 times a week. Can you kill a 30-minute workout 4 to 5 times a week? Can you squeeze in that time? Do something. Do you have friends who know of any workouts or who create a workout where 30 minutes you murder your system, you get all that sweat out of you, you lift heavy fast, whether it's CrossFit or standing P90X, can you carve out 30 minutes 5 times a week instead of saying, well, I don't have time and zero and giving yourself zero time? That's what I mean by responsibility. I understand there are exceptions to the rule, but I refuse to think that 2/3 of the American population is in a situation where they're the exception to the rule. Okay? I refuse to think that we're the exception to the rule. And when it comes to eating healthy, we live in a day and age where healthier food is everywhere. Don't get me wrong, it's tough to eat healthy if you're vegan, but you can pick healthier food even at McDonald's. Is it processed? Yes. Chemical? Yes. But something tells me a grilled chicken sandwich is still healthier than a double Big Mac or whatever's at McDonald's. I haven't eaten at McDonald's in a while. So you have to take full responsibility. Let's talk about your job. Okay. You don't like your job. You're not getting paid enough money. Okay. You know what's going on with your job. You either have two things. Either change the way you look at your job and look at the challenges of your job, bring change about your job, or what you could do is move on to another job or go back to school and get more money. Those are some of the things you could do as far as your job. Or lessen the number of hours you're working at one job and work somewhere else. Okay, so those are things you can do about your job. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these things are going to take time, but it's your responsibility to say, I don't like what I'm doing now. What can I do to change? Maybe start your own business. I'm not doing a plug for you know what, but you can start your own business. So that's what I mean about taking full responsibility. You have two choices. You can stay at a job that you hate, complain, and because you complain and hate your job, you go home and smoke, drink, drugs, or you could say, I don't like my job, but you know what I'm going to do? While I'm at my job now, I'm going to go there with a positive attitude, make the best of my job, have control over my emotions. I'm not going to react. I'm going to act no matter what someone does to me. I'm going to act, not react. Just take a second back when something happens unfavorable to me. I'm going to make I'm going to make positive with what my job is dealing with, doing to me right now. But in the meantime, in the background, I'm going to go to school, or I'm going to look at other jobs at other places that are actually with a better environment, or I'm going to take up a second job and maybe lower the number of hours at this job, or I'm going to start my own business so I can actually live my passion. So let this job function my own personal business, and then once that business takes off, I'm going to leave that job. What I'm saying is take full responsibility for both your professional life and also for your health. You can apply this is too long for this talk, whether it's to your marriage or whether it's to your friendship or your parent, to your kids, you got to take full responsibility. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule, but a large majority of things in our life that we say we don't have power over, we do, we do, we do. And if you know you have power over literally 80 to 90% what's going on in your life, I'm sure that'll bleed over to other things, and you'll look at creative ways to actually influence other things in your life. These ideas are not unique to me. I don't claim to know these ideas. I don't claim to come up with these ideas. I got these ideas by listening to YouTube stuff from Brendan Burchard, Burchard. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Listen to people like Tony Robbins, Les Mills, Mike Mahler, Living Life Aggressively. So I'm just putting my own ideas out there because I've gone through a couple of things and I had to read over these things, and I said, you know, I'm gonna share this with these people. So, and that's why I hate to bring this back, but I have a business to run. That's why I'm a Beachbody coach. There's certain things I want to change about my life, my professional life. So guess what? I'm using the Beachbody opportunity to change that. I know for a fact that with the Beachbody opportunity, I'm choosing that to change my situation. I love being a doc. I love being a doc, but I'm using the Beachbody opportunity to make being a doc actually more enjoyable. And I'll give you more details about that later on. But take responsibility. All right? Take responsibility.